So Tesla had kind of a wild ride in the after hours here. Let's see, where was the, we go on a slightly longer time frame. So, right, actually don't need quite that long of a time frame. That was close of business right there, shot up, and then sold off almost immediately. So that was a strong kind of middle ground. I think it ended up basically even to where it was during the close. So I'm not quite sure how people were. Oh, hold on. I'm joining JP Mertz's call, but. Okay. So let's see here. So where are we at? What are we doing? So they dumped 75% of their Bitcoin purchases. I was looking to see what their average purchase price was, and I've gotten very inconsistent results. Some said 31.6 was their average purchase price. This one, Barron says 36,000. I've seen as low as 28 something. So no one seems to have a very particularly clear idea of what Tesla's average purchase price was. The most consistent number I've seen is 31.6. 36,000 seems very high. I don't think it was that high. That seems like an outlier. 34,002. Again, there seems to be a lot of different opinions on this. So what does this mean for the space? What does this mean for crypto? Well, obviously the market didn't react super strongly to it right here, right at the bell close when we heard about it. Bitcoin dropped 3.5% roughly, but it looks like it's recovering again right now. It hit the support level right here. Didn't seem like a sincere dump. Looked like it was just like an overreaction. Honestly, I think this is probably a good thing for the crypto space in general. And the reason it's a good thing for the crypto space in general is because, you know, there's no longer this albatross of Tesla's Bitcoin hanging over the space, over the streaming space, over the marketplace. And Elon's just terrible for the space in general. And he's made, let's be honest, some questionable investment decisions recently. I think the Twitter fiasco is an example of that. They think he's playing 4D chess, but it just looked like he made a huge mistake and didn't think through it and did something very rashly that he shouldn't have. Maybe he is playing 4D chess in the background. I don't know. The thing he seems to be best at is getting money out of his Tesla shares and being wealthy off of that. So I don't know what to say about that other than hold on one second. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so I said I'm going to talk a little bit about AMC, and I'm going to. So let's take a look at what AMC is doing here. AMC, here we are. We're in this interesting zone here. Let me go to a little wider bit of a thing here. It has been moving up pretty, just like this sort of this nice little arc move right here. What's interesting is that it's not the same type of sudden explosive move that we had here, like back in March. It seems more like a sustained kind of a curve. This is interesting, of course, because in terms of options purchases for it, this doesn't create as great of options premiums. Like this slow, steady move up is not, you don't get the crazy options premiums with the volatility like you would when it did this move over here in the span of a few days. Whereas this sustained move over the course of, how long has this been here? It's almost 70 days, just like this slow churn move up here is not the same type of explosive options premium. And options run the marketplace. Like options premiums, the options they run the marketplace. That's just the way that goes. So what does it look like for the future with it? Well, Yeah, let me get all this crap off the chart. Well, I mean, right here, it doesn't look bad. It looks like it's having sustained movement upwards. I think it could. I think there's a hard resistance point right around here in this $19-20 area, and it did break past this resistance point, hit it once, twice, three times, and then the fourth time was the charm, as it always is. It's going to probably have to do the same thing for this resistance point here. It's going to have to hit it probably once, twice, three times, and then a fourth time. Earnings are going to be interesting because there obviously have been a lot of very positive catalysts going on. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on AMC. It's looking decent. It's looking decent. It really just depends on the broader marketplace, and a lot of tech earnings are coming up. Obviously, Tesla just came up. It seems like the guidance on it was good for Tesla. I'm most interested on a broader market potential, on a broader marketplace, on things like Microsoft. Microsoft has earnings on the 26th. The last time
All right. So you were hearing John in the background there as his YouTube pulled up. He's going to jump in a call with me soon. But let's see what we can take a look at here. So had a few sweet trades today on Bitcoin. One of them hit 350%, not too bad. The other one was 180, and then some small ones. Back to 200 for the day as always. Let's see what we can do here. So basically, really been liking the automated Elliott wave that they have on Bitcoin. Oh, I think John's on the call.
Hello, JP. I am on the horn. I don't know if you are here yet.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can't see you though. Can you see me?
No, I can't. I don't have two cameras, so I don't actually have the capacity to, unless we both unless I turn my OBS camera off.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. But you have me on screen, you should anyway. So I don't know if you want to put me on screen or anything. Hello. But I have you up here, so we can just do that.
Let me see what I can do real quick. Give me a second.
So while you're doing that, what do you think about Tesla dumping 75% of their Bitcoin holdings?
Oh, that's hilarious. That was why I made so much money on that trade.
Yes, you didn't hear. That's why there was that sudden spectacular drop of 3.5%. Not spectacular, but that sudden drop in the after hours is because Tesla announced they liquidated 75% of their Bitcoin holdings in the second quarter at a loss, presumably because well, let me think. What was the? Let me look at the pricing here. So I'm trying to think because I had different estimates for where they bought, and no one seems to have an exact number, but it seems like they bought. Well, actually, they might have sold. They might. They could have just barely made out with it, depending on when exactly they sold. I wasn't listening to the earnings call, but their average purchase price was the number I've found most consistently is 31,006. So they could have conceivably. Let's see here. Let me look at this on a longer time scale. Yeah. So conceivably, let's see here.
Do you know how slow of a process it was
could have,
for them?
They could have gotten out with a slight gain on it. I don't know what their average sale price was. I think someone's going to run the numbers on that later on. So now they sold 10% when it was around 50,000. Now they sold 75% of their remaining holdings. So they have 25% of the 90% that they originally had. And I don't know what that number is in my head. I'm sure someone who's better at doing that in their head can tell me what that number is actually going to be. But here we are. So personally, I think it's a good thing for the space. I think that Elon's just in general just terrible for the crypto space, and also made some very questionable investment decisions lately.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Well, I mean, the Twitter thing's kind of funny. I don't know how it's gonna pan out, but he'll
Yeah.
probably get sued like he always does. Seems to be
Yeah,
like a
I'm not sure what the like what was the I'm just curious like what his thinking was on the Twitter thing. It just didn't seem to make a lot of I mean, I
his
understand wanting to
price.
have your own like what's that?
I thought it was simply just because of the bots. He made an agreement with them for the amount of
Yes.
money that he'd pay them for the company, and that was based on the amount of
Yes.
active users Twitter had, and they were assuming I think it was 5% bots. And like,
Yes.
let's be realistic. I mean, we all know that number's just astronomically too low. It's probably like
Yeah.
200 or 300% higher. I wouldn't be surprised, if there's 15 or maybe even 20% bots on Twitter. But that's like
It's a
all of
little
the
yeah.
internet. Like any platform's gonna
Yeah.
have at least, you know what I mean? Like the bots can make
Yeah.
money and people will set them up to do that.
Oh my
But
god, I'm so annoyed with anything anytime I post anything on Twitter about crypto or anything, I get just there's the ones that are the most annoying right now are it's the same format for every bot, which is just I can't even believe how amazing this is, and then it's a YouTube link to a thing about how to make money off of crypto or something like that, and it's the same format, it's the same thing, and it's always to a YouTube link for some channel with something about how to make 100x, 1000x off of this or whatever, and it's just it just really grinds my gears. It's the same fucking format, and I don't. It must be the dumbest people falling for it, but whatever. I fucking hate crypto Twitter spam bots, and I really think there needs to be a better thing on the platform to try and eliminate them. I don't think there's an easy solution to it, obviously, because how can you how can you tell the difference between like a genuine person putting a YouTube link and a bot? I mean, I suppose if they follow the exact same formatting, it could be, but things could be unnecessarily flagged. I don't know. There has to be a way. There has to be some AI system thing that you can look at for uh, for determining like what's a human being and not. I mean, I imagine there's a few robots working at Twitter. So anyway,
there's yeah,
how are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I just got back in town. Feeling good about
Yes,
everything moving forward for streaming and stuff. Got back into the Discord
yes,
today. That was awesome.
yes.
I didn't post any trades in the channels, but took some in the general chat, and they were all pretty good. I just took a trade right now. I'm up 23% on it. It was
What
only
trade did you take?
I just went long on Bitcoin, just off of a support line.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nothing big, just a $10 trade. So we'll see what happens.
It
Price
didn't
target's
look like
sitting pretty high.
it didn't look
There's no
like
way it
even
is.
with the dump because of the Tesla news, it didn't look like that bad of a move, and it's mostly recovered right now off of it.
Actually, I was set up for that trade anyway. It literally hit the key fib levels, my price target, that I had
Hmm.
from like noon when we entered the trade. Or I mean, not noon, like
Nice.
2 p.m. when we entered the trade. I put a
Gotcha.
2350 price target, or 23,500 price target rather. Um,
Gotcha.
and yeah, we closed out our trade for 350%. But anyways, I was saying that because if you look, it literally hit a perfect ABC. So on like a 3 minute, you can see it from 24,300 or 24,300 down to 23,400, back up to 2,400,
Oh yeah.
24,000, and then back down. I mean, just textbook. So honestly,
Sure.
I'm prepared for a move up to
Yeah.
gap fill. I mean, SPY's gonna gap fill, right? It's so close to that
Yeah.
gap. I wouldn't be surprised if they send it overnight. That would make the most sense to me. Create the
Yeah.
fear end of the day today, and then just let it rip at after hours, and then sell off, tomorrow to just screw everybody.
Mm-hmm. I think. Let's see. What am I looking at
How
right
are
here? What has
futures
been?
doing?
Let me take a look. Yes. Futures are what time is that? They are down. They're down. Let's see when the market close, right?
Don't you hate how
Yeah.
TradingView does that? Like, why?
Yeah, they're down 0.31%, so they're down a little bit. It looks like they. I mean, it's kind of at an interesting level, but
Oh, damn. All right.
it's
I took a SPY trade. It would have hit my price target.
it's okay. You know,
I stopped
it's a
out
nice
for
little.
minus 11 because
Yeah,
Bitcoin was up like 160% and SPY was down
right.
11. You know, I'm not gonna sit in the one that's not doing anything for me.
Yeah, no, I gotcha. Let's see. What am I? So ES futures are down. What was moving today? Mirror Protocol was moving today. That's interesting. What else we have here? Not a lot was moving positively today. Mirror was, DYDX was. Celsius moved up 4% today for reasons unknown. Was there news on Celsius's bankruptcy stuff? Because it seems weird that they're up, although I guess it has been just sort of like trading in this weird range. Let me look at a longer time chart here. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just been. I mean, it dumped pretty heavily on July 13th on the bankruptcy news, and then it's just been in this sort of very, very tight range. So let's ignore that. Not a lot. What's down the most? YGG. ICP, man. You know what? I should have just taken an ICP short months ago because that thing just keeps selling off and selling off and selling off. That thing has been the biggest fucking scam coin I've seen in the marketplace. What did it open at? Like 470 originally, and then it just tanked and kept tanking and tanking and tanking the entire time. It's very sad. Let's
I
see
wasn't
here.
listening. I heard tanking. Are you talking about Luna?
No, I mean Luna obviously did. ICP, Internet Computer Protocol or whatever that is the ICP coin. Remember when that opened? It was I forget what month it opened in. It was I don't know why anyone would invest in that thing. The whole thing has been a massive scam the
Yo,
entire time. I see no positive benefit to ever investing in that thing. Yeah, it opened back in when was that?
do you think?
May. At, could have been that high, was it? I think that it says the highest price is 31,000. I saw 400 something when I was looking at it originally, but let's take that for what it is. And then it just continued to tank. It had like a little bit of an uptick from July into September from 26 up to 80, 89, and then it's just continued to sell off the entire time. I've seen no positive benefits to it. There was this big to do about it when it was originally launched that they allowed people like institutions to dump their coins, but they didn't allow retail to do anything with their coins until days after the big dump happened. It was a whole big scandal. So I don't know, but anyway, ICP is a piece of shit. So let me take a look at Bitcoin and let me see. Let me see if I want to enter a trade with you. If I missed the ship here.
I'm up, dude. I'm up 33 cents on the day. So you got work to
Oh,
do.
I had a nice little trade on Ethereum, kind of like a longer term trade I posted in the Discord. 59%, but I took like a larger position on it on a 20x, so that was nice.
Yeah, I saw you
Three,
posted that the other day. I took 100x little
Did you?
later
That's
once
good.
it pulled back a little bit, just because you gotta be more careful.
Yes,
like
a
five
little bit.
times more careful.
A little bit more careful. See, you like these 100x trades, man. They're like just they can get you.
Dude,
They can get you
I
real
entered
bad.
a Bitcoin on the 15-second candle right after the sell off that Tesla had that
Mm-hmm.
caused. It was moving 25% every 15 seconds. So I was like,
Wow.
okay, down 50%. I closed out the trade and then I was like, wait, it's still at the support level I literally just
Yeah.
entered at. I don't really want to do that. So I entered another trade and it was up
Yeah.
160% like 2 seconds later.
All
So
right.
yeah,
I'll
sometimes
take a
the
I'll take a long
leverage
on Bitcoin,
is
even
a
though
little
I
too
got in a little
much.
bit later than you.
I'm already out of my trade.
You're out of it?
Oh yes, yes sir. I was stopped out. That's why I'm up 33. Like it's a secured 33 cents on the day. And I would be a
I
little
gotcha.
careful here. We're actually sitting pretty high on the volatility. I mean the IV.
Let's see. It's going up a little bit right now. Maybe I'll just take the small amount that I have.
No, do you?
Let's see. There we go. They're a very small profit realized, so I'm up on the day. And I was up from the previous trade. Interesting kind of middle ground setups right here for things like that. And again, sorry guys, I haven't been... my wife and I got sick with something. It wasn't COVID because we kept testing negative for it, but we just felt like garbage for about a week and a half, and it was just like really lethargic, and I just had no energy. Like I just it was hard to it was I had like no energy to do anything. It was very unfortunate. And then JP, you were out of town. I don't know if you want to say the reason why you're out of town, but for personal reasons, and and so now we're back on the horse. The horse is running, and the market looks good. So what are your thoughts in terms of where the marketplace is right now, crypto wise? Because obviously over the past,
Like, is winter over? Is that what you're asking me?
I don't think
I don't
winter's
know,
over.
man. It seems like winter, we might be in
I
spring. Like the crypto winter is probably
we're in an
not
interesting
over.
spot.
It's
No, I don't
probably
think
not
so.
I could see
But it
one more
is.
major, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on where tech earnings are going to be at. Tesla's was decent, although I think the reason they had like a 25% surprise on their earnings, so that's good for them. Although the market seemed to be like, you know, um, I guess that's good. But I'm interested in Microsoft. Microsoft, when it comes out in a few days, is going to be the most interesting thing for me, because it's like a bellwether for the rest of the market, and they haven't missed on earnings since 2016. But we have like a bunch of different earnings coming up. Basically, I think like 70% of major tech earnings are coming out before the end of the month, so that's going to be the most like important thing right now. Let's see here. So what looks interesting?
We could
I
get a
want to try
really
and
nice
find.
move on Ether here.
Let's see here.
So I think that we're gonna want to trade short. I just think that another
Yeah,
push down is coming pretty soon. Um,
probably. Yeah,
so we broke
it's
the
hitting this level right here.
trends I had earlier.
Let's see.
Sometimes there's just too much data on a chart.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just like
The
it's just like
automated Elliott
a
wave
little
stuff is
overwhelming.
great, but like this is where it gets problematic. Like wave, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at
Yeah.
like a 1 minute Elliott count, and they're saying 5 is over here, but to me, this looks like it could all just be an extended 3. Um, and also, I'm not sure.
It looks a little slumpy, just from a read on the 1 minute. It looks a little slumpy. Let me look at ETH actually.
Yeah, I would expect at least one more push up.
Let's see. It's kind of sitting at an interesting level right now, but if it can't,
So the question is, does it come down first, 50%
yeah,
of this, and then go back up to the 60 retrace of that? I think
yeah.
that would
There
be
there was
likely.
a yeah. I think so. It looks like there's a nice. Let me look at the volume profile
I
here.
could see 23,200 tested, and then a push up, say, to like almost a full retrace of the sell-off candle, which was 23,700.
I
You know what
can
I
see
mean? Like
that.
some sort of a push
Yeah.
down here. Um, just because I do think you're right. I think we broke trends, so I think it's gonna do an ABC. It'll retest the trend at B, reject down for C, where the bigger buyers
Yeah.
will come in. And I think that's
Let's
gonna be our
see.
entry. I don't really want to trade A ever. It's like the worst wave to trade
We're
because
just
it
gonna have to be a little patient.
tells you everything. Yeah, so definitely going
Yeah,
down.
see, it's going down, and let's
One
see,
of the
what happens
indicators
with it.
that's just absolutely phenomenal for smaller
Hmm.
time fractals is the hot zone. And that was why I was telling you to be a little careful there when you
Right.
went long. The IV was just screaming, and as soon as it hits that on a small fractal, it almost always pulls back.
Yeah,
So
I'm with
here's
you.
the 15-second chart. It's given, let's see, one buy signal at 2300 and another at 2400, and then one sell signal at 23,400.
Right.
So it's doing
It's an
pretty good. It's
interesting.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Can you
There's an
see my
interesting line
stream? I
here.
have your stream pulled up.
Let me
It's up
see if
above
I
me.
can pull up.
I'm
Let
not
me
just
see if I can
looking into
pull up.
this space. It's to the fourth monitor. There's
See if
only
I can
so
pull
many
up your
screens.
stream here. Merc trades. Merc trades.
Oh, your chart is changing colors now.
Whoa, too much. Let's see. Theater mode. There you are. Yes, I see it. There's no hot zone. Or you do have hot zone on. There's a hot zone one on TradingView now. Is it the same one that we used that was there before? Or is this a different one?
Yeah, it took me like a couple hours, but I've found where a copy of it for TradingView from Thinkorswim. But the problem is because it's on TradingView, and one of the components of it that makes it so good is that it uses live options data, and it tells you when one skews just way too
Right.
oversold or overbought, right? And that's why it's so good for volatility trading. But the
Right.
problem is TradingView doesn't use live options data, so this one's based on the VIX in lieu of the live options data.
Right.
So what you'll see is it's slightly different if you like pull it up next to the TradingView version. I mean the Thinkorswim
Gotcha.
version, but it works really well. It works
Mhm.
shockingly well on the smaller fractals. So obviously, if something's
So
selling
this
off,
was a manual ad from a script that you found.
no, it's. I think you can look
It's
it up.
in TradingView.
So let me see favorites.
What's the name of it?
Hot zone line.
Hot zone line. Let's see.
Yeah, it works shockingly well on the smaller time fractals, but
Don't have it in when I look for indicators on searching for it.
oh, let me send it to you.
Yes. Yeah, just email it to me. Or send it to me or whatever. Whatever, link it to me.
I don't know why it says upper, but it's a lower one. Whatever. I think I named it wrong, but how do I send it? Indicators.
Is I think you need to send me, so you didn't copy and paste uh the source code, or did you?
I have no idea. It came in with a name, so I'm assuming I didn't.
Oh, I see. If you
Yeah, I'm in your
you can
YouTube
make a
chat.
okay. If you publish the script, I can get it.
It won't let
But
me.
otherwise, just copy paste the source code. Anyway, so
That's the
let me see
title of
here.
it. Here's the source code.
If you could email me that, that would be good. Let's see here. You know, we're holding at this line pretty nicely. Although it looks, I would like to see more of a. We're sort of like in a weird zone right now. I think we're probably going to have a push down. Yeah, Tesla exiting the space is good. I think that just having that out of the marketplace and having them having sold it is just like another specter to be done with.
So yeah, I do
agree
these
with
little
you.
arrows. I'm sorry. What were you saying? Tesla?
I was saying that, yes, Tesla. I think Tesla being out of the marketplace is good. I think that it's good to just be out of the marketplace entirely right now. I think I'm gonna go short on Ethereum right here. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see how that works out. Short position.
Hey, just remind me.
You can send it to me later. We don't have to do this right now. Let's.
Yeah,
We'll
just
do it
remind
another
me.
time. Yeah. I feel like we get one like kind of push down here with Ethereum, so I'm gonna anticipate a little bit of a downside if it doesn't bounce off of here. It is at kind of a support level, but we'll see. Look at the 5 minutes here. Yeah, it's running a little hot. Not terribly hot though. So
What leverage are you on?
Just 20. Nothing. I don't usually do the crazy 100x trades often unless I see like a really juicy, like, oh, obviously this is a good setup right here.
Yeah,
like if I was around when the Tesla dump happened, that would have been a good time to try and find an entry point. But
so I mentioned no, you wouldn't have even had time, dude. I mentioned in the Discord 23,750 was the number I was gonna short at to re-enter because I'd already trimmed a position and I was like, I'm waiting for the re-entry.
Right.
You had 2 minutes. It went to 23,750 for 2 minutes total. And then it just dumped like I didn't have time to add or enter a new position, but I still had my runner, and it just dumped like it was up like 200% in like a matter of 2 minutes. I was like, oh, and then it went to 350. I think I closed out at. Yeah, no, there is no time. I literally said 23,750 short at it, and then I typed, okay, we're there, and then within 2 minutes it was gone. I was like, oh. I never knew it was because of the Tesla.
Yeah, it's this is a perfect example of just unexpected things in the marketplace. Oh, I'm up a little bit on the short of unexpected things that happen in the marketplace that you like. I wasn't. There was always the specter of Tesla's earnings coming up and what was going on with that. I knew they had to do something. Basically, what the reason I see that they did that is because they were, if not for that sale, they would have been at a net negative cash flow for the quarter, but they got barely positive cash flow for the quarter because of that. So not a lot, but a little bit. So I think that was probably the primary reason that they dumped that much, just so they could just squeeze into positive cash flow for the quarter, which makes a lot of sense personally. All right, I think I'm guessing we're gonna head down to 1520 here on Ethereum. Let's see if I'm right.
So definitely, just keep in mind that this is most likely an A wave, and you opened it like halfway in.
Yes.
So just I'm personally I don't, because I'm trading the higher leverage. I can't you know what I mean?
Right.
Get away with that. So I would just be a little wary that we might see that, a 60% retrace real quick, and then you'd find the bomb entry.
Yes.
Alternatively,
I'm going to let it go a little bit.
I just don't trade A because it tells you everything, right? It tells you like, okay, from A, 50 to 78% retrace, you'll find your B range, and then from your B, just 1 times the length of A, or 161 extension.
Right.
But yeah, we did start to push up for B, it looks like. And then I'm gonna short B, which I think would be right around the 23,367. And I'll put, let's do $200 account. Let's do a $20 entry. 10%. I can take 10 trades. Yeah, we can do that.
All right. If you would like to get free capital for trading, then you can sign up with the BingX link in the description if you trade with at least 10,000 total margin plus your thing. So if you do like 100x trade with $100, then that's 10,000. You will get free USDT to trade with, and there's also like other deals to go along with that. So
yeah, I think right here will be my entry. So I'll actually draw out the fib that I want to hit. other way.
Add more margin to this.
It won't let me. I don't know why it won't let me click the high of this candle. Oh, it's because it's a down arrow. All right, so we did, like I was saying, that was our A, so now we found our B, and then this is the zone that we would be okay with entering a short in. It's like right there.
Let's see.
I'll remove that so you can see.
While that's going on, let me see what else has been. What has been? Oh, there we go. Why is Mirror Protocol up 34? Yes, I understand. Why is Mirror Protocol up 34% today? What? Because Mirror was part of the. Wasn't Mirror Protocol one of the Luna things that happened? At least I think it was. I'm not sure, but.
And then from here,
let's see.
this little arrow that I drew, you can basically gauge where your C zone will be. So if we come
Yeah.
to 50%, our price target would come down to here. So it's not a huge range to trade.
No.
And because it's such a small range, I might actually just wait for C to get the long entry.
Right.
But we'll find out in a second.
We will. Let's see here.
It looks like the bulls might not even get the 61 retrace, but every time I say that, it like immediately spikes up and gets the 61 retrace. So not gonna just enter. We'll wait.
Yeah,
That's the big thing with the high leverage is you just have to have a plan and stick to it. If you just throw money in to have money in, like,
yeah,
it seems like they almost always do the opposite of whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you usually can't just wing it. I think.
Every time
I think I What's that?
So I said, I swear, every time I take a big trade, it feels like they're just hunting my premium. It's like, oh, they have a liquidation level to go for.
They know what the fuck is going on in the background, and they're really trying for it. I'd see in terms of. Let me look at these actually. I would like it to drop back down to just 1500 or 1511. I think it did have a sharper below support range drop than Bitcoin did. How much did it drop from here? It dropped like almost 5% off of Bitcoin's 3.5%. So it had like a steeper drop, which is interesting. And again, it had like it's had like a much better run than Bitcoin. So what I'm seeing here in terms of the next few months, I still believe that we have yet to suss out our bottom, but everybody's all euphoric now, like, oh no, we're back, everything's fine.
Winter's over. We've made it.
All over this. I'm gonna jerk off all over the screen now. I'm fine. Everything's good. That seems unlikely. The macro environment is still terrible. I think what happened was the Fed, after the terrible 9.1 inflation print, the market was saying like 100 basis points is what the market was saying for the Fed, but the Fed, like a lot of people, the Fed was like, no, we probably don't need to do that. And I don't know why. That seems like the perfectly logical thing to do right now with inflation like that if they really want to tackle it. But they said, no, probably 75 basis points. The market's like, oh, okay. I think that's a terrible idea to not be as intense with trying to suss it, to reduce it. And again, a lot of what's happening with inflation is fuel, which is not even. I mean, fuel prices have come down, oil has come down, but it's fuel and it's supply side issues. And did you see Michael Burry's tweet talking about the bullwhip effect?
No, I don't actually know who. I mean, I know who Michael Burry is, but like
I don't know who Michael Burry is.
I don't really follow his stuff. I just know he's the guy who called the 08 recession.
I'm actually blocked by him on Twitter. So good
wait,
for me.
Why would you be blocked? What did you do to get blocked?
His profile is set up in a way that doesn't allow quoted retweets, but I got around that. through
You
just
screenshot his tweet?
No, I mean there's an account called Michael Burry Archive that just does that. So it's not it wasn't that. What so you can't click the retweet quote button, but if you manually copy paste the tweet into your tweet, you can quote it. I guess that's a weird little go around for their system. It sort of seems like an obvious thing to get around with, but whatever. So the
This is the short entry right here. If we don't bust through, but it looks like that's not going to be a trade that we take.
Yeah, let's see.
Like it seems like we're being really cautious, but that's a liquidation if you enter a short here, and you know what I mean. Like that's 100% move. So you just got to be a little careful. And it seems like almost every impulse candle is followed by a little oh geez, this is going hard. Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm getting out of my short position right now. This doesn't look like this looks like a bad idea. So I'm just gonna get out, so down slightly on the day. That's okay. Whoa, what a fucking move.
I am up 33 cents on the day, bro.
Hey, good for you.
I kind of want to FOMO into this. I'm gonna put 20 in now and see what happens. Oh, look at that! The second I put it in, no.
I'm gonna wait a second.
No, don't do that. Just put a stop loss. Oh, jeez, I grabbed the wrong one. Now I'm red.
It's gonna wait here for a second because it's hitting a resistance level. Let me see what it's doing.
This is why you don't chase. Literally, like that's what I mean. Like, it feels like the second, you know what I mean? Like the second I put it in, you find your top. But it's okay. 90% of the time, you get a push back up. So now here we go. We're green. And
let me see something here.
We're putting our stop to right here, so we get our 10% or whatever it is. So we'll make another $3 at minimum. And now we're up 30%. Let's just put it a little higher. Boop boop boop. Let's go to here, because I think
I'm gonna go long on Woo. I'm going long on Woo. I mean, I have an investment in Woo, but I'm going long on it. Let's see what happens.
The reason, because if you look at like trades, the way I look at it is like this is really overextended right now. So I want to have a tight stop. So my stop's like very high right here, probably gonna get hit. And I'm okay with that because like we missed this chunk of the trade. Just because it went 100% doesn't mean it's gonna go 300. Anyways, now we're up 50%, so just adjust the stop up again. And the reason being, same thing, trade's already extended and now we're hitting the price target that we had. So I thought we'd come down before we hit this arrow that we drew, but we went right up, and as soon as I recognized that, I jumped in long, which was a little risky, but I'm only human. I can't watch something impulse that hard and not FOMO. Hey, I try my best, all right? Yeah, here's our stop. All right, so I'm up $7 on the day.
Good. I went into Woo, got in and out real fast. That was just a small little trade. I could have done a 50x, but it looked like it was moving and it had like a nice little maneuver right there.
Yes, I do think would go down. I think that that we're gonna see a 68% retrace of the entire push down here. So I would look to open a bigger short with lower leverage at 23,800. No, I'm sorry, 23,750.
23,750.
So this range, 23,750 to 2400. I think that we'll get a minimum of a slight retest down. So that's why I'm not. That's why I'm so hesitant on keeping the long open, because as nice as this trade is, look at the volume. It's so small compared to this. It just seems like a bull trap to me. So as you see, the second we hit that, we started to reject. So once we get a solid rejection candle going, I'll look to get into a short here.
Let's see here. I'm looking at a few things here. 23.7. Oh, that's 23.767. 71. Let's see. Volume looks kind of decent. It's not quite as high as a little pump that happened at 145, but it's hitting this. It's almost completely recovered. It has completely recovered from the Tesla drop. So the market went like, oh shit, and then it went like, oh no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna take that $7.67, that hard-earned $7.67. 2 trades of work, $20 a trade. I mean, it's not bad.
Not bad.
And I'm gonna put that short. That's my free short trade here. But I'm gonna wait for that level, and then I'll take a $20 trade as well.
You're doing 100x?
125, sir.
Oh, you're doing 125. Wow.
I was like, 100x just isn't enough for me. So I actually, I now only trade 125x. It's really good. You lose money so much faster, and you make money so much faster. It seems like a lot of the time it's losing money. If you're not like extremely careful, just because, you know what I mean? Like, you could be on the right trend, but get liquidated. Like very easily. So yeah, that's why we're very hesitant with our entries. Okay, so we're at the 68 retrace right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a slow grind down for like the next hour. So let's go ahead and put our $7.67 short on the next push up, because there's going to be because it didn't pull back immediately. What that means is that there's still buyers here. But because it's not impulsing higher, right, it means that there's also a resistance. But because it didn't like immediately jet down, I think that we'll see one more push up, like a low volume, and then we'll find our wave 4.
All right, I will join you on that when it happens. In the meantime, let's see here. I want to talk about a couple of things. Let's talk about what do I got here? I recently. So I've been looking for longer term investments for the portfolio for when fully bullishness returns to the marketplace. Moonbeam is one, but I don't know if you've kept up. I've now more committed to Woo. Have you heard of Woo?
No,
it hasn't heard of those. Woo is interesting. It is available to trade on BingX for derivatives, and I like. Let's see here. Hold on a second.
All right, so the hot zone just gave us a sell
Bitcoin.
Let's just put it in. No, too late. Again, we want to wait for our A and then short at B.
I did a very, very short 125x short on $8 and made $3. So
talk about a great trade. I mean, that was like what, 12 seconds?
Yes, those 125x's, man, they make me so fucking nervous.
It's like, insanity. It's like you enter and you're up or down 20%.
Even though it's a small little bet, it's still like, fuck, hold on, guys, Jesus.
All right, so we're gonna get our B wave here. I don't really like the coloring of these candles. I can never tell what the fuck is going on. That's one of the problems I'm having with TradingView is I really like one of my scripts on Thinkorswim. It basically just changes your candles to trends, and this is why you know what I mean. Like you got, like that's a liquidation if you entered a short
like
there.
That just like that's insane. I shorted, I got out, it went up. It would have got liquidated immediately. So like I just took it, got out real fast. Like Jesus.
I'm gonna take a gander at a short here for $7, and then I'm gonna put my stop if it'll let me. Here, we're green, bro. Look at that, 13%. Oh, 23%. Oh, 25. Oh, look at that. We're just making money, because again, these are like it's not a trend right now. Right. See how like if you look at this, it's a trend, and you want to stay long. So
Yeah.
you'd want to be chill with your stop with that. This is shit consolidation. So you
Yes.
know, I'll take my dollar gain after fees on a $7 trade it, and
Yeah.
stop out just because I have no idea if this is really the end of wave 5 here. I don't think it is. That A was a little too short. So ideally, I think that we'll actually see a push up higher um, to the 78 retrace, um, and then a correction down. And that's just from looking at how steep that push down
Yeah.
was. We didn't really
I
invalidate
mean,
anything.
we're getting a little bit of a stair step down in bullish volume, but I mean, it's hard to say right now because it's in just sort of like this consolidation area. So I don't know. It's a bit of a cross here on this. So I think we probably get another little push down here, maybe to 23,630.
640 and 6, yeah, I see the same thing.
Yeah.
I do want to short here again. That does look like it's gonna be a full A, B, C of A, and then we'll see our B wave. So it's just a shit zone right here.
Yeah, it's a shit zone.
It's not a trade zone.
It's not a good no. It's not a trade zone.
Again,
But
you want to
it's
wait for A to finish. Like that's just
yeah,
everything. Because once you get A,
yeah,
you're like, okay, now I know exactly where B is gonna be, and then a pretty good guess of where C will be.
yes.
So that's like two trades where you have both your entry zone ahead of time and your
Mm-hmm.
profit take ahead of time. And when you have that, it's very easy to stay green on trades because the
So we're
algos are all
right.
shorting at these fibs.
Yeah, we're right here at this. We're right here at this line here. Let me see here. Look at some hollow candles. Oh, it is.
What? What do you
We're
want?
making a little. Oh, I, I'm waiting. Give us a firm little maneuver here. So while we're waiting for a good entry point, Woo. I like Woo because of a few things. Number one, it's they basically have three different platforms. One is Woo X. There's a Woo Dark Pool, which provides dark pool liquidity to market makers. And they have one of the largest dark pools for liquidity for market makers. WooX allows feeless spot trading and things like that, which you just have to buy 1,800 Woo and stake it, which encourages the Woo token to be utilized. It has had a very it has like 1 billion coins in circulation. Max they could have is 3 billion, and they have, let's see, so from the coin debuted back in June. It opened at $1. It hit a high in November of $1.78, and it hit a low of 10 cents, which was a great. Which there was a lot of people opening a position in it at that point when it got 10 cents. If you look at the volume profile for it, big entry points when it hit 10 cents. A lot of people entered when it hit around 10 cents
It
and
makes me
things like that.
so
And
uncomfortable to think of trading something that cheap. Like you know what I mean?
really,
Yeah, it just does. It's magnitudes. There's exponential moves down there.
there are, yes, that's true. But if you're looking at this from a, because you're again, this is just different kind
I'm,
of
I'm
mentality from a
trading
long term perspective.
125x Bitcoin and complaining about the exponential moves that pennies have. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
there's
it's
some
such a
irony.
weird mentality. Just like, yes, you could lose 20% on your investment in the short term, or and just accumulate more when it goes down. But long term, I think. Oh, here we go. It's stepping down a little bit. Not a lot of volume right now on the moves either way. So let's see if it's just
I'm
sort of
gonna get
just
stopped
slumping
out in
over.
my trade. I took another short here, John. I'm
Okay.
up $8.50 on the day now. And I
Mm.
YOLO'd 100% of my profits into this trade, and you know what? So far, it's fruitful. I'm up
That's good.
4.7%, John. It's moving on me too. Look at this.
I'm gonna wait a minute. I'm gonna wait a
Yeah, I
minute.
would
I'm gonna wait a
wait.
minute.
I would wait. I took that just in case we immediately sell off here, but I think that the entry short is 23,670.
Let's see. Let me look at where we're at right now. So we're right at an
690.
interesting level. I think. You know, it had such a nice little recovery move. I think we're just kind of sitting more at support. I don't know if it, well, I think we have more bullish legs than bearish, but I think right now it's going to be a little short term bearish. I want to see.
What time frame is that, John?
I'm looking at 1 minute, so
I gotta do something about where you're located. I'm gonna put you over here.
Okay. Let's see here.
Are we green on this trade again? Let's go. All right, we're gonna adjust our stop up. Up 17%. Let's just put our stop there. It'll probably get hit,
Right.
but whatever. Let me check my phone. I don't even know if that stop's feasible. Your stop has to be over 6% on 125x Bitcoin, or you're gonna lose money. But I think that's 3 trades. Let's see if we can get a bigger winner here. I just want that price target. No! Ugh. All right, John. You know what? That's okay, because now I have 40 more cents to trade with. You know what? That's it's not bad.
That's not bad.
No, I got $8.81 of profit now.
Let's see.
It's ironic because like you know what I mean? We just turned $5 to $8. But like, as soon as you try to do that with the whole $200 port, it just goes to shit every time.
Every single time. I think I'm going to try and find like a good. Let's see if I can find like a good.
That's some big bearish volume.
To set and forget. Let's see what I want to do here.
Oh, I've never done that. I'm not good at that, setting and forgetting.
It's a weird spot though, because a lot of things are hitting or getting close to former resistance points, and it's hard to. We're not quite at those resistance points. Like Ethereum's resistance on the daily is around 17. What is it here?
All right, I'm gonna open another short here on Bitcoin in a second. Looks like it'll be right now, actually. That looks like a sell-off candle.
Let's see. I want to.
There we go. There we go. Let's go. Come on, Bears. This is your moment. We got a trade to make. Take profit. We'll go to the 0.68. I think we'll hit that. And I'm not actually going to even put my stop above entry on this one just because I would like to have, you know, more gains. And it's okay if this gets zeroed out. We'll still be green on the day. It's not going to get zeroed, but you get the point.
Yes, I do. Let's see. Come on. Can we get down here to 23? Well, because they're having a little bit of a stair step on the wicks. Oh, there we go.
Crypto likes to follow the 3 soldiers all the time. So if you ever see like 3 or 4 red candles in a row, almost always it ends up being.
Okay.
I don't really want
I took 10% on that. That was fine. I'll take that. We're gonna held on for a little bit longer, but these 125x trades make me nervous. Make me very, very nervous. Let's see if I can find a good, not 125x trade, but let me see if I can find a good entry point for something a little more. What do we got here? Let me look at ETH. See if I can find a good. It's kind of in an interesting spot here. it did have that little stab down because of the Tesla sell-off, but I don't know if that'll change directions on it. I think we're in like kind of an interesting spot. Because ETH, I mean, do you know what the recent bullish action in ETH is caused by?
No, but I do know that I now have $10.60 to trade with for free.
Well.
I read about something. I heard something in the grapevine about they're making a change and people liked it, so it's bullish. I think it's something to do with their.
They've been wanting to move to proof of stake for, oh god, it's been like years now, but the miners weren't happy, so they had to like have like a long time period where they were doing it. So right now, the miners are, so they said they're moving to proof of stake. I think September 19th. They set a date for it. They finally set like, okay, we're gonna do it. It's time. We're gonna move to proof of stake. And so as soon as that was announced, all of this crazy bullish action started happening with Ethereum, where it's moved. How far has it moved since?
At least 25%. There's been multiple 1,000% trades. Oh, it went back
Since
down.
the bottom, it's up 54% from where it is right now. So it's, yeah.
They think it's gonna go to 2100 or 1800 or 1750. I could see all of those very easily being hit.
Yeah.
Wave one.
And the next big resistance is about 1700. So if it can push through there, at least on the daily, if it can push through that, I don't know. That would absolutely be. It could easily get back up into that sort of a range and then sit on 1800 for a little bit and trade around that range before it moves up. But there's been just I mean, it's leading the pack right now because of that.
$10.6. That is 5% of my port for free just to trade with. That's making me happy, man.
That's nice.
Let's go.
Let's see. I probably could have held on to that short a little bit longer, but it's okay. Again, I need to switch this down to like 100x leverage when I'm doing this, just to not be as fucking. I mean, it's usually just small trades, but still.
No, bro, 125 or bust.
I mean, literally, that's usually what happens.
Actually, I've taken 5
125 and bust.
Wait, how many trades have I taken? 5 on the stream? All 5 profitable.
Like that, yeah.
I mean, usually I use 100 to 200 a trade, but for the stream's sake, I think 20 is a reasonable amount. But I think maybe once or twice a week we should do like a bigger stream, just because it's more fun for me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to show like the appropriate way to scale. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got these beautiful gains. Let's chill. But yeah, so we just broke the downtrend. You can just visually see, hey, that trend line got broke. So now when it retests the downtrend, I'll go long.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If it has a retest, otherwise, yeah.
I mean, it might.
It almost, because it's following such a severe push down, I'd be a little bit shocked if we don't. Yeah, there we go. So say like a 60% retrace of this push up, that would be like a good market order to go long. So here's like a 38 retrace, here's like a 40, here's the 50, and we're looking for like a 68 to 70, and then we'll go long. Here's the 68, and let's go long right now. And now we're green. All right, we're up.
There we go.
10% on the trade already. And we're not going to do anything with our stop loss yet, just because it's very, very likely that we'll get a push to 23,690. So I'm going to put my stop loss a little lower than that, or take profit. And then once the... Brooke, you got to chill out, dog. My dog, she wants to go out, I think. Moment of truth, John. Do the bulls hold? So, yeah. We're making our, Brooke, go on. We're messing stuff up. She's so sad. She's like, dude.
Can we hold this? That's the question.
And I'm just gonna put my stop right below the low of the day. That way, it's probably, I think, like 40% loss.
Yeah.
But that way I give it reasonable room. And I'm actually gonna wait on this trade just to show you guys, like, hey, these take profit numbers mean something, rather than, getting stopped before
Right.
they're hit, because all of our short trades would have hit their take profit. It's just this zone was such a bad consolidation, that you didn't really want to, you know, hold the trade too long until it broke out, and that was only 5 or 6 minutes. So now we're back to this kind of consolidative range, but here's our
there
30%. And now we'll put our stop above our entry. And that way, hey, everything's good. So just to the base of this breakout candle is where I'm putting my stop, which is more than likely over the 6% you need to stay green, but it also gives us enough room to catch the take profit, even if there's like a little bit of a pullback here. So, John, I am now up. Oh my goodness. So this should retrace a little bit, but if this is a bullish trend, then it won't engulf this bearish candle, and that's why our stop loss is at the base of that bearish candle, and that's why engulfings are so potent. Is everyone's got their stop here, so if it engulfs, yeah, we're only gonna get 12 stopped out for 10%. John, I guess how much money I got now to trade with? 30 cents more, bro.
30 cents, my God. You are just flush.
Dude, I'm flying today. I'm up $11 on the day.
NEAR is a separate layer one. Sorry, Will Bryant, I didn't see your chat before. Yes, NEAR is a separate layer one. I do like NEAR. I think NEAR has a good future to it. I haven't pulled the trigger on wanting to invest in it just yet. I think it has had a nice long-term reach. How long did it? How low did it get? It got an 86% retracement, which is nice. It's nice. Some of the ones that I want to enter in on had like a 95, 96%, downfall, those are the ones that I like. If I believe in the project, I'm like, yeah, this is a great entry point, because it's, if it falls 95, 98%, and you still believe in the project, you can get just a massive amount of gains off of.
I went long again, Johnny.
Going long?
Yeah, that's not a good enough push up, in my opinion. I think we get more out of the bulls here, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can. Let's see if we can get green on this. There we go, green. I kind of don't want to get stopped out for 10% on this trade gains, so I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna leave it, YOLO it. Stop to the base here, and then take profit should go to 50% of this push up. So 68%. Let's go resistance. Go in the middle of that zone. So take profit sitting at 23,700.
All right, let's take a look.
One of the things I like about the Ichimoku, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Japanese,
Ichimoku?
Yeah,
the Ichimoku, yeah.
Is the little cloud. It shows you when things are chilling out. Like when it gets to this whitish range, it indicates usually a trend drift. No, I might take my first loss on a trade, John.
Oh no.
This is very important for the bulls. Can they get a triple bottom?
Let's see.
And if we do start to go red on this, I'll just put $20 short. If they break the support here, you just got to be quick with it. You don't want to, go short as it hits your stop. Otherwise, you're gonna end up.
I will say
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're probably. We'll see.
There's no bearish volume. Yeah, no, I think it's okay though. I don't think they'll break through to my stop. I'm down 14%. Oh no. Lost $1 of my gains.
Oh no.
That's not even including the 6% that Bing charges. No, I think we're fine.
I think we're okay.
Yeah. It should impulse back up right here. Otherwise, we're gonna want to short hard. Down to 23,400.
Yeah, I think I might make a nice little base right around here.
Yeah, they just can't
70%.
break through the bottom of this zone, and that's where my stop is. And I'm only using the profits.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of
100%.
not scaling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, it's okay if we take this. I think it would be like a 30 or 40% stop. That's totally. It'd be a minus 24%. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna lower it a little more, too. That's there. It's a little bit below it. Give a little leeway for the double bottom. Because if we don't double bottom, we might like actually at that line, it might go like what they like to do is like $10 below it, and then and create all of the stops for the
Yeah.
bulls. There we go. So the hot zone just gave a buy on the 15-second.
Okay.
And I really can't stress enough how good the hot zone indicator is on these shorter fractals. I would say maybe 50 to 60% of the buy and sell indicators are accurate on a 15-second.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting for this trade to manifest itself here, I'll go into like a couple. I'll talk about Woo again and why I like Woo. While I'm waiting for it, I set my take profit, my stop loss. So we're gonna talk about Woo again. So what I like about it long term is that it has a buyback and burn mechanism built into it, which is they take I think 50% of their
I put
fees
$20.
they get on the network.
I have John. I have 31 dollars and dot long right now, bro. It's crazy.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited too. I'm a little worried. I'll be honest. It was a little risky, but you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's okay.
We're gonna see it. It needs to hold this little level right here, otherwise it's just gonna crash.
Yeah. Oh no, my first stop. First stop's hit. Second stop gonna get hit. I just lost my gains on the days, guys. They're down to.
That's unfortunate. I'm down too.
Oh no. Second stop was hit. Damn it, John. I'm down $1.77.
Sad. Sad day. It's a sad day.
Let's take a look and see what we want to do next.
That was a pretty solid red candle on the minute.
I'm on a 15-second chart. Honestly, I think it only hurts me when I look at that. I'm going to go to the 30. All right. So
we're at an interesting spot.
They're calling this C on the 30-second chart. I don't like that. I think this is all. Oh, look at the 3-minute. This is
interesting.
Diagonal though, so 4 can definitely retrace all the way to 1 without breaking any rules, but usually it doesn't.
I'd like to see. It could hit down to. Well, let me see. Let me look at the chart on Trading View instead of in Bing where we're at. But I look at the minute here. I think if it's gonna head down, it's gonna head down to 23.4.
That's a big volume candle on the 30-second chart. Is that a bottom?
Maybe. I want to give it a minute.
Yeah, always. That's another thing I found is when you're looking like to play a retrace, don't just enter on the first green candle after like a big red push down. There's always a retest.
Yeah, there we go. So it's moving back up into resistance on the 1 minute. Not quite yet, but it's heading there. So if it does head up there, I might just open up a short, anticipating it's going to get pushed down lower.
All right. So what did I just do? Let's take a look. So if this is C, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'd be looking at.
Get this in here, down to here.
I think we
See
could
where
see. Yeah, I think we'll see 2350 or 23,700 easily. So 23,800. Yeah, I think we'll see a push to, let's say, 2400 on the next leg up, and that's a trade I definitely want to catch. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and prepare for that. I'm gonna do $10 increments, and I'll go $40 long on that one. So just about 20% of the account, but in increments of 10. And then I'm gonna hop to a 30-second chart just so I can get a little more detailed. So if this is the bottom, we want to get an entry on a retest candle.
Yeah, I think I might just go like larger part of the portfolio and a smaller leverage and just go long on that. And then just set and forget it and call it for the night on the stream and just see what happens. Right now it's hitting this resistance level again.
Yeah, I see an ABC hopping up here though. So if this is bottom, I definitely want to be 125x, and it should be a little bit impulsive. So it should be like, maybe 5 minutes and make a few 100%. So that's the thing
Wild,
I
man.
found with these super high leverage trades is it takes like 5 minutes. You just gotta be there for it. It's like it really does. Like these moves, I think, because they don't want people to get from one range to the other safely. If that makes
Yeah.
sense, like you
No,
gotta think
I'm
they're
with you.
trapping 50% of the bulls and 50% of the bears. I think because they don't want one side to get out with not that much blood, that they make it
Oh,
fly
absolutely.
from one zone to the other. So all the moves happen in like these spans of maybe 10 minutes is like an impulse on
Yeah.
Bitcoin, and that's like a 6% move, which at 125x is what, 800%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I like this. I'm putting $10 long here, John.
I'm gonna do a little longer. I'm gonna do more, but I'm gonna do a smaller leverage long. And then I think I'm just going to
Same thing.
put a
Super easy
yeah.
trade. Just stop to the low of the day, or right below it rather, and then stay super small leverage because we know that, hey, if this is truly C, right, then 200 to 500% moves coming up. So
Yeah.
the reason that you want to stay super small trades and frequent entries is because, hey, I'm down 15% on that $10 entry, right? But that's nothing compared to what the gains will come. So super small entries, small enough that it doesn't matter if the whole position's liquidated, like it won't bother you.
Right.
And then kind of just chill, right? So hey, we were down 24, now it's only down 5. And we'll see what happens here, but as it starts to break out of this consolidation to the upside, then we're going to add incrementally $10 more, $10 more, $10 more. We
Right.
don't really want to add too much lower, just because we're already so close to the bottom of the day that I would say maybe one average down, and then all other four should be above. So if we pull back to the 24% here, if it doesn't snap bullish, which I doubt happens, I think that this actually in the next 2 minutes will break out to 23,670. So time me 2 minutes, John. But yeah, if we do,
I put in a
back.
25x long at 85 dollars or 85 tether. So, and I set a stop loss and set a take profit. So I think I'm going to just let it run its thing and see what happens in the next few minutes. And then I will. I think I'm gonna call the stream in like maybe 10 minutes or so.
Nice. I'm just waiting for this impulse to happen. It should happen, like I said, next 2 minutes. So I put
Yes.
another $10 down. I'm now long $20. Which on a $200 port, hey, that's not great. All in all, I think
Right.
over the 5 streams, we're up like $80.
Yeah.
So not too bad. But
Not too bad.
for today, we're
Uh,
down $1. No,
yeah.
down 77 cents. John, that hurts. 77 cents, man. I had
Really puts a dent in the
$13.
a dent in the pocketbook.
So yeah, this is gonna be either an impulse candle or a straight rejection candle.
We're going to find out in a second.
So remember I
We're
said
right. We're right
earlier.
in this resistance zone. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that it's going to push up. I feel like it. Well, we'll see. It really needs this because the bearish volume is going down. I think the bullish volume is going to return in a second. We're gonna find out. But I want to say hi. I have a few more viewers in the chat. If anybody wants me to look at any assets or wants to talk about any assets, please let me know. Well, Brian, thank you again for talking about Near. I do like Near as its own protocol. I think that it has a bright future. I think it has a lot of upside potential to it. I don't know if it's going to be one of my bigger investments this time around. Currently, my investments that I've put more heavily in are Moonbeam, GLMR, and Woo, which is a more recent entry. I want to just sort of scale in to get 50,000 Woo, just to hold on to it. I think during the next big bull run cycle, that could go 100, 200, 300x, depending on how much of the marketplace it can capture. So I'm excited about that. And right now, just waiting
Or the bottom. All
just
right.
waiting to see what's happening with this.
I think my
And I
2 minutes are up, John. It didn't impulse in 2 minutes. Maybe it'll be 3 though.
It could be 3. It looks like it wants to do something.
It really could be 3. I'll be honest here. I think it's gonna be 3.
It might be 3 minutes. We're gonna find out. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I think I'm gonna leave it with what I have at my 30% stop loss and my 50% take profit at a few minutes here, and just call the stream for the day.
Don't you dare, John.
I'm in profit. I'm in profit on it. Good. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Did I lower my leverage? No. Okay, good. Thank God. I lowered it. It was just lagging a little bit.
I gotcha. There we go.
There we go.
It's
Look at that.
It's moving. There we go.
Oh man, I have made $3 on the day now. Let me pull up my phone so I can put my stop losses in. Yeah, so that was a pretty easy trade. We knew it was gonna happen. And it might not pan out. I don't want to put my stop in yet, just because I want to give it some time. It might not pan out, but I think this is good risk reward for an entry, and that's kind of what I'm always looking for is, hey, this was impulsive. More than likely, we'll see another impulsive push up.
Yes.
And when that happens, I want to be there to catch it. So all we need is a little bit of
all we need is love.
Foresight.
All we need is love. All we need is love in the marketplace. So, okay, so it is now right in that resistance zone. I think and it's slightly pushing above it. So I think you're right. I think we will get a nice push up here, and if it's probably going to consolidate in here a little bit before a push up. But it basically recovered. It recovered almost entirely from the Tesla drop, which isn't terribly surprising. I mean, it's like, oh no, Tesla sold, and then it was like, no, that's good news. Fuck.
They're like, wait, that happened already. Doesn't make any difference.
It doesn't make
wait,
any
they
difference.
probably sold lower than the price is now.
Right. It was just like, well, why did they sell? Do they think it's going to go lower? Is it going to crash the market? Oh, they already sold, so it's already done. So that's done. So they already sold, and they did it because they needed free cash flow for the next quarter. So that makes a lot of sense. On their balance sheet to make it look better.
All right,
can only pull
John,
that
here we
out
go.
of the hat once.
Here we go, 8% on both trades. Let me take a look at what the actual trading fee is. For a $10 position, the trade is 56 cents. So I've only made 33 cents on each trade. Currently, if we get stopped out now. So it's 5.6% for 125x. So we need our stop at a minimum of 6%. It's too tight to put that in now. So I'm going to wait. So, John, you should just wait with me. It's probably going to take 5 or 10 minutes.
I'll wait.
All right.
I will wait. And then I haven't eaten today, so I need to do that at some point. Then again, my schedule's all kind of fucked up, and I get up very late in the day, relatively. I like the nighttime. It's nice at night. You know, nobody bothers you. It's quieter. There's no neighbors moving around upstairs, presumably dancing using those Dutch wooden shoes that they have for some reason. It sounds like it. I like it at night. It's very sort of like I can just sort of like chill. It's very relaxing. Let's see here. So what are the rest of my things doing?
Oh, let's talk about
My,
AMC. She had some nice moves lately.
I did talk about AMC at the very beginning of the stream, but we can go back into it.
I bought some
The
calls
interesting.
yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, I took some weeklies just because everyone was talking about it. I was like, okay.
It is
So
starting. It is. It has. It's interesting though because unlike the really like crazy move where it went from where it went what was that 157% in the span of like 2 weeks. This is a much slower kind of crawling up move, which means of course the options premiums are not as high in terms of volatility, which is interesting and kind of makes a lot of sense. It's taken 70 days to move 82%, which is obviously a little bit of a different situation, and it's hitting. Where's the next resistance for it? Let me get this crap off the screen.
all right, this is gonna be my average down 20%. Like I said, I did one average down, so put $10 more long here.
Okay.
And that's it. So that's $30 long. If we lose all of it, we'll be down like 15 or something. That's okay. We just don't really want to miss the opportunity that will come. So what I see is, sorry, A B C A, right? So then A B C up, and then that's like A of B, and then B, and now it's C, and that's if it's
Right.
still the ABC correction. Alternatively, if this was wave 4 and now we're entering wave 5, which would be a better scenario, then we would be looking at something like 2,400 for our price target.
Right.
And either way, we should be able to get at least 50% out of the trade. So that's kind of what I look for when I want like so there's two potential paths I see, and they have them both auto charted on the Trading Views Elliott Waves thing, which is pretty cool. So here we go, right? So if this is our A, B, C, then I don't believe that B retraced enough. So our B this is a wrong count, and I would put our B closer to say here at the 23,700 mark. And if this is our 4, which you can see on the 3-minute here, then our price target should be somewhere around 2,400. So that's what I mean. Like both scenarios look good for me.
Yeah.
And now, hey, we're up 20% on the average down and 3% on the 2 trades we took. So all in all,
I like it. I like it where it's at. I think I'm going to just I put 85 leverage in it. I put my stop loss where it's
John,
at.
you're not allowed to go yet, dude. We got important things. I just want you to wait for this to pan out. Are you afraid it's not going to pan out?
Right.
Like, have a little bit of faith in me. Just a little bit. This is the candle. John, this is the 3 minutes.
I'm just saying that I'm just gonna leave even after it pans out, and I believe it will. I believe it's going to happen. It looks like it's going to happen. It looks like it's just consolidating, ready for an impulse move.
John,
I'm just saying.
I need 3 minutes of life here.
There
we go. That is all I needed.
You can have the 3 minutes. You can have the 3 minutes.
All right, I am back up. Let's see. So $3 on the day.
There you go.
Not great. Again, we just want this trade to pop, and then we'll be up closer to $30 on the day, which is what 15% of your account. Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Just a little bit.
No.
Let's see. Oops, excuse me.
Okay, so yeah, I think the big thing here is we should put our stop losses. So the average down. Interestingly, I like to put my It won't let me because I'm lost. Okay. I actually don't know which is which, so I can't. Like, it's just confusing
There
me.
we
It
go.
doesn't really matter.
That's looked like it's starting to move.
All right, so now we're gonna put our stop above our entries on the two positions that are up 15%, and then we'll leave the 30% one a little lower. So I'm putting 7% stop on both of the 30% longs. I'm just gonna close one now. Oh no. Alright, looks like we made 51 cents on the day. It's not bad. Oh no.
It's not zero. It's not
That's
negative.
okay. My stop got hit like as I was putting it in. And then I
Hmm.
closed the other one just in case we were selling off. So now let's just make sure our final trade stays green. And we'll go to 7% on that, and then we have our price target to figure out. So let's go ahead and figure. I think that this is 345, so I'm gonna put my price target all the way to here, which is 191%. No, that would be 250% because it's 125.
Right. I am just going to, because I have a lower leveraged trade than yours. I'm just going to put mine at, let's see here.
So sad, John. So sad. I'm trying to fight time for you, and they needed to do one more pullback. You know what? Now it is. That's it. So yeah, unfortunately, that happens often with these super high leverage trades. But if you don't do that right, you risk going
Yes.
very red. So now I'm down to my last 30 or entry. I took 3. I didn't even get to the 4th. But now that means we get to take 3 more, and we're I think up. Maybe I don't know. One of them might not
I'm
have
just
hit
going.
8.
I'm going to leave the trade where it is, and I am starving, so I'm going to eat. I want to
No.
thank. I'm going to go. I believe it has more push to go higher. Hopefully, it's we'll see in a minute. But I have like a pretty decently low stop loss, so I'm just gonna let this ride for a little, like probably overnight, and see if it holds up. But this was good. Are we doing this again tomorrow?
I'm
Same
going
same
long
bat
here.
same bat time.
I got $30 long again. Yeah, I'm gonna see probably how the day stream does. But I'll
Okay.
definitely jump on in the afternoon for a little bit. We should look
Yeah.
to getting the routine schedule set up for a specific time.
Yes.
Obviously,
Yes.
mornings are harder for you because you're West Coast, so we'll figure something out.
Yes. We'll figure something out.
And it looks like I want to put our stops down. Sometimes I can't on TradingView. Like, if you enter 2 positions too close together, like, won't let you.
Yeah.
Oh no, John.
It's
Oh no.
just hold
Oh
up at this level
no.
right here at like 23.46.
As long as
We'll
we don't.
see.
Yeah, I'm closing out my
Or
trades.
maybe
Yeah.
not. Maybe it won't. Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay. Fucking
Very
Bitcoin. They
interesting.
love to do that. I got stopped on one of my
Yeah.
trades and then immediately back green, and then I don't know. It's just one of those things that always
It's
irks
just a
me.
lot of like the low volume can be dumped very easily for stop loss hunting right now.
Do you think they do that? I think they have to, like liquidation hunting.
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they are. There's they could take a leveraged short position from higher up, wait for, and then they can just borrow and short on low volume. It hits liquidation prices for people who were long at lower levels, and then because you can see it right here, like people probably hit like 100x longs when it went down to like right around when it went back up to what was it 23.5, and then waited for it to head up there, battered around there, and then borrowed and then shorted from that level, and then dumped it below that level to get the leverage longs out of position there.
So here's my question. What leverage do you think
Yeah.
they base this off of? Is it, you think it's like 50x and they go for the 100% liquidations on 50x's? Because what I've noticed is that 50% from any consolidation is almost always a pivot. Like what I mean
Yeah.
is if I take a 100x trade on Ether and it goes 50%, it seems like without fail, it rejects at 50%. And that's, I think, people taking profits and getting stopped out. Um, but I actually don't know that for sure. Hey, this is some crazy volume in Bitcoin. All right, John, I lost $15 today.
Oh, that's too bad.
Not my best day, but that's okay.
Oh, the gains are going. Oh my goodness.
And that's the
What a drop.
important of these stops. So this is how I get tricked though, right? Is like these are not safe candles, but I want so bad to enter back into these. Like we're in the hot zone.
It's just, I think it's just too. I think the low volume is what's kind of killing the, because it's easy to borrow and short right now and push that back down into there. And plus, there's been such euphoria in the market for the past few days that
Oh
there's
shit,
a lot of
futures are
people
real
who.
red.
Oh, I haven't even looked. Let me see.
Oh, it's just because TradingView does a weird reset.
Oh, I see. It's not, well. Where was the close?
Why don't they
Close
just
today
show
for.
the price from close?
I don't know. It's kind of a pain. So it's down 0.44%,
Like
but it's
think
hitting.
this, you
It's
know what
at
I
a
mean?
support level on the 1 minute. So we'll see.
Oh right.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it where it is. I'm down on the trade, but I'm gonna leave my long where it is. I have a sufficient like coverage as to where I want to go in terms of take profit and stop losses and things like that. So I think I can probably manage that. So I'm going to eat. I'm hungry, but
John,
I
I'm
yes,
making my
yep.
money back right now. It's happening.
Well, I was always going to leave it for the evening anyway because I don't have as high of leverage as yours, so I have a little more room for it to run.
I'm just leaving a $20 trade open.
So
Oh
leave it
boy.
open.
Oh boy. Actually, yeah, that's fine. It's not that big of a push down. So I'll just put my stop to like 50%. I'll risk another $10. And I'm still very green on the all the days we've traded. So
Yes.
not worried, but we'll see what happens here. I am also gonna take off. My dog needs to go for a walk. This is
It's a
fun.
good
Let's
time.
plan on it again tomorrow, and then let's also plan
Yes.
a stream where we trade heavier, like
Yes,
maybe
for sure.
like $2,000, so we can use like two hundred
Yes.
dollar trades or $100 trades rather, just because I think that's
A lot
like
more
it's
exciting.
yeah, as cool as it is to see 100% gain. It doesn't feel the same.
No, I agree. It doesn't when it's just like a few dollars. So I'm with you on that 100%. So I'm gonna hold on to this trade for now, and I think it'll get a push back up later in the evening. I think this is just a little bit of negativity in the market, but I think it's like holding this little kind of level right now. We're going to see, but thank you everyone for joining. I will be back tomorrow with JP, and I don't know if we're gonna do daily, but we're doing daily this week. I'll be back tomorrow and Friday, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you again for joining. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.
See you, John. So getting very impulsive here. Um, it's gonna break out pretty hard. And just because, like, hey, look how far we've retraced on this impulse. And there's no real volume to back this, to have a full retrace. So just because of that, I don't think our stop will get hit. If it does, it's okay, but because I'm taking off, I want something with the highest risk reward. So we put our stop at the base of this. So if it fully retraces this, we don't really want to be long anymore. This stop is for minus 54%, so that's minus $10 on the $20 trade. And then our take profit, we're gonna go to, like, let's say a 5 or 10 minute chart and find a fib level we like. So our take profit, so if this is our ABC, which I think it is, right? So this is our 1, 2. Our take profit on 3 should be the 161.8 retrace of that. So let's go ahead and find that real quick. It'd be like, yeah, so give or take 2,400. All right, so we'll take profit a little lower than that. So let's do 23,850, and then find a level we like. So I'll use the 23,851 resistance. Actually, is that a wick or a? No, it's not a wick. It's just a Ichimoku. All right, so 172% if it hits. And if we get stopped minus 54, pretty good risk reward. And again, the reason that we're long here is we don't believe that we'll have a retrace of this full breakout candle. And if we do, that's an okay stop to have hit. All right, I will touch base once the price target or stop loss is hit. But that's it for the day. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to subscribe, and then yeah, this week we'll do a $2,000 day or something more fun. Where and I'll also start trading during the morning when the volatility is here. I have a much easier time trading when things are more volatile, just because they follow fibs a lot better. Whereas when things are low volatile, you get a lot of fake outs and shit. Or low volume, low volatility. So yeah, tomorrow morning, let's plan for a stream, and then I'll jump back on with John, and then also going to post some alerts in the Discord. But thanks for stopping by for now, and